How the Black Sky Got Stars and Moon by Carlos Peña. A long time ago, when the first humans appeared, there were not those little shiny points on the night sky that our eyes can see today. The nights were boring, but you could not see anything more than a big black ceiling. One day, Lucky Dreamwalker, a very poor boy who lived in Wubby Wubby, a little town near the ocean, where people had a very great talent in constructed wood sculptures, wanted to see something more than a black sky. Every people in Wubby Wubby were very talented in building wood sculptures. They made them to survive. But Lucky, who loved his mom Mary, his dad Onrad, and his two little sisters Obi and Nala, didn't have the skills to make sculptures because he didn't have his left hand. The very special talent of Lucky was his imagination and the ability of painting new worlds. But he was always wondering if it was possible to paint something in that big painting canvas. Something to make the night more special, that when people look at the sky they feel peaceful and amazed. So Lucky wanted answers and had many questions to be solved. Also, he was very sad because he could not create sculptures as the rest of the people. But he wanted to impress his people and above all, his family. He wanted to know how he could paint something special in the sky that when the sun was going down, people were expecting to turn their eyes up to appreciate the beautiful masterpiece of art. And he did so. A beautiful morning, he decided to leave his town. Even he had to leave his family. He packed some food, some water, some clothes, and the most important for him, his painting brushes. He started walking and walking, but he did not know where to go. So he remembered what his mother told him. If you feel you are lost, just breathe and listen to your heart's voice. There were some rumors that there was a very wise man called Gladius living inside the forest, and perhaps he could help him. So Lucky entered the forest and saw a very small and poor house and knocked at the door. Hello? Who is it? Hello, Mr. Gladius. I am looking for some help. The wise man opened the door and said, Hey, Lucky, I know what you are looking for. Something that you have dreamed and wished since you were a little tiny boy, huh? How? How do you know my name? How do you know what I came here for? Oh, yes, little boy, you want to paint the sky. And I know because when I was younger, I was wishing the same. I see your heart, and you have an enormous talent. No, my lord, I do not have any talent, just doing some drawings with these brushes. Whoa, do not underestimate what you are, my little boy. Every single person has a great talent, and more than a talent, it is a power, and you have a great power. A power? Yes, the power to change the world. But to do it, you must do and appreciate the beautiful actions and thoughts of the world. But it sounds very difficult to do. Change the world is impossible. The world is huge. Yes, it is. But remember, my dear boy, you can make huge changes just doing a simple right thing. A beautiful thing and a beautiful right action can give light where the other lights are gone. Go, my little boy, go and explore the beautiful world beneath your feet. Lucky did it and continued walking. Lucky was a little confused. Those words of that old man did not make sense at all, but anyway he trusted him. The sun went down and Lucky had to camp. He lay on the grass, looked at the sky, and said desperate, "It is impossible to paint the black sky. It is a craziness. Maybe I should go back home and leave this useless adventure." Suddenly, he turned his eyes to the left side and saw a very high mountain, and on the top there was a lighthouse. And he thought, "That house is closer to the black skies than any of this island. Maybe there they can tell me the way I can reach the black sky to paint it." So Loki climbed the mountain, and after some hours he reached the house. It was a very wonderful house, plenty of lights and white shiny candles. Loki knocked at the door, and a fancy man came and opened and said, "Come, Loki, I was waiting for you." How? How did you call me? Why do you know my name?" "Loki, I was waiting for you, my little dreamer. I can tell you the secret of painting the black sky." But how do you know what I came here for?" "Well, when I was younger, I used to dream that too, and I can see that you have great talent in your heart." "Oh, do not underestimate yourself, my dear boy. Everyone has a great talent, but not only that, everyone has a power to change the world. With little simple right actions, you can make a huge change. And to do it, you must do and appreciate the beautiful actions and thoughts of the world." "You are the second person who says this." "Go ahead, my dear boy. Find the beauty of this world." Loki did not know what to do. These words were very similar to the first man's words, and as before he was very confused. Reflecting on what Gladys and the fancy man told him, he went to sleep, but he didn't know how to find the beauty of the world. The next day, he started to try to find the beauty that they were talking about before. But when he was walking, he heard a flower, and he quickly tried to fix it and give it water. Happily, the flower grew up safe and beautiful. The sun went down, and Loki was tired, so he went to sleep. But when he was looking at the sky, he saw something different. It was a white point shining bright in the middle of that big black sky. He was amazed, and he said, "How? How this happened? What is that shiny point in the sky?" And amazed and happy, he spent all the night thinking and appreciating that shiny point in the black sky. The next day, Loki started to think in what had happened, and he remembered the wise word of those men. "You can make huge changes just doing simple, right things." When he was preparing his breakfast, he heard a little bear roaring of hunger. "Roar! Roar!" And he gave him some food. The little bear went in peace and happy. Then he helped a little turtle who was trapped in a hole. And then he gave some water to a thirsty cow, and so on. He started to help other animals that were in problems. So, in the night, when he was about to sleep, he saw many other points shining in the black sky. The next day, Loki went for a walk to help more animals and to appreciate the beauty of life. He saw suddenly a little girl looking for some food, and he asked her, "Hey, what is your name? How are you?" And she said, "I am Starly, and I am very worried because my mom is sick, and I do not have any food left." Lucky gave her some food and water and went to help her mom. When he was there, he remembered his family and he closed his eyes and prayed. "Oh, I wish the best for my family, for my people, and for these people, and for all kind of life in this very huge and beautiful planet. I wish peace, health, and that everyone is safe." He turned back, and when he was on the ground, he saw a very big circle in the sky with some spots. It was beautiful and shiny, and he remembered his family and what he prayed. He was very amazed that he wanted to call that shiny circle a name. He honored his family and took the first letter of the names of his family members. And he named it Moon. Mary, Onrad, Obi, and Nala. The next day, the little girl came to him and said thank you. Lucky said that he had a secret to tell. He told her the secret of the shiny points. Starly was amazed and started to help other people and animals. And many other people started to do the same and do good actions. So, the little shiny point in the sky went more and more until they lost the count. Some people say that Lucky named those points stars because of that little girl, Starly. The matter is that each day those shiny points called stars are going more and more, because all people are doing good actions every day, because with simple right actions we can change the world and give it light when all the other lights are gone. So those shiny stars remember us that our world is plenty of goodness.